After watching him so nervous while talking to someone on call, she asks her Baba, is there something wrong? He replies to her that everything is alright and I am fine. Do you guys have done shopping? And ask her, how about we head home now? She replies, okay Baba, let's go home. After that, they go back to their home. Lai asks his daughter, can you take a bath on your own? Suddenly his third son comes there, asks him, father, can I help little sister? After this she will smell super nice. Wai Zhai neglects him and says, brother, you are smelling very bad. After that, Lai Zebai gives punishment his to third son Lai Yaoning to sit in the dark room for 1 hour, and also gives punishment to his other sons Lai Jianshan and Lai Yanfeng to sit in a dark room for half an hour. But Lai Jianshan argues with him, why are you dragging us into this? So Lai Zebai says him to sit for 2 hours, and takes Wai Zhai with him. She says, Baba, I'm able to take a bath on my own, so no peeking, and closes the door. After that, Lai Zebai gets anxious about her and gets into thinking that she is still really young, so can she able to take a bath by herself? He thinks to listen to what's happening inside the door, and meanwhile, he sits in front of the door. After that, she comes out of the bathroom and asks Lai, Baba, why are you still here? Lai Zebai immediately hugs her and asks her that in your former house, did you take a bath by yourself? She replies, I'm already a big girl, I don't need others' help. After listening to her, he starts crying and thinks that this child must have not anyone taking care of her, so even at a young age, she had to learn how to take care of herself. And on the other side, Wai Zhai was thinking that my body is 3 years old but my soul is an adult. That is why I don't want anyone to see me naked. After some time, when Lai Zebai was making her hair, he says to Wai Zhai that, listen, your father doesn't have any more money and the world is a very scary place. Are you scared? After listening to him, she asks him, does a bad man wants to hurt Baba? He replies, yes. Wai Zhai thinks that makes sense. My dad's fortune is supposedly lucky. However, recently many bad things have been happening to him. This means someone is harming him. And then she kisses him and says, I'm not afraid. I believe in Baba. If anything will happen, Baba will protect us. After that, he says, I will protect you, and takes her to her bedroom, and thinks that Gu Changmin, you can threaten me, but if you dare touch my daughter, I will make you pay. After that, he calls someone and says to come to his home tomorrow. Next early morning, Wai Zhai wakes up and sees that her brothers are waiting for her to wake up. She thinks that this reminds me of a lineup that serves the emperor. Suddenly, the third brother comes in front of her and says her to drink the milk, and also makes her sure that big brother had already tried it. It's not hot. She replies to him that I can't eat yet, I haven't brushed my teeth yet. Then after listening that his second brother comes in front of him with a brush and toothpaste. After looking at him like this, she starts running. He says, why are you running like this? You need to brush your teeth, right? So come here. After that, she gives up and sits on the chair. After grooming by his brothers, she goes downstairs, where she sees a guest to whom her father was talking. She said, Lai Zebai, that Mr. Gu from Xinghai bought your former agent. They signed the yin-yang contract behind your back and is on the run now for tax evasion. He has a vendetta against you and framed you for all of it. If this isn't solved anytime soon, you'll have to continue to bear with crimes. After saying that, she asks Lai Zebai, so are you willing to cooperate with me now? Lai Zebai replies, do you want to hear the truth? I have nothing. All advertising contracts have been terminated, and films and television projects have all been cancelled. After talking about what is happening in his life, he says, recently I have heard the news that reality shows are popular recently. She replies, such a big show, but you have never been to a variety show. Don't you know these are scripted? And you have made it a statement not to participate in them. Another thing, no variety has invited you, not even the popular ones. Then she tells him about the not so famous show which has sent him the invitation many times. After that, Lai Zebai says it was fine to get in touch with the variety show. She asks him, didn't they already collect all the fines? Do you still need money? How much more do you need? I'll lend it to you. He replies, no, this money I need to earn myself so that I can raise my daughter. After hearing this, she gets shocked and asked many questions to Lai Zebai. Are you messing with me right now? Where did you get a daughter? Well, I don't know about this. Suddenly, Wai Zhai comes there and hugs Lai Zebai and says, Baba, good morning. Did Baba dream of me last night? After looking at Wai Zhai, she says, what did she just call you? Don't tell me that this little girl just called you dad. And also asks him if she is really his daughter. Then Lai Zebai introduces the woman to Wai Zhai that she is our new manager, and her name is Zai Wengxi. You can call her Auntie Zai. After that, Wai Zhai looks at her and thinks she is color cyan, which is a sign of luck. It's not good as dad's, but it's not that bad either. Then she waves to her and says, hello, Auntie Zai, I'm Lai Wai Zhai, dad's daughter. After knowing that Wai Zhai is her daughter, she gets angry and says, when you were with the miss, you told her that you didn't want children for a lifetime. Then you told her to leave and find a good man and have many children. And look now, she never got married and you have a kid. Wow, you really are scum among the scum. After seeing her so angry, Wai Zhai goes towards her and says, Auntie Zai, Baba didn't do it on purpose. Baba also didn't know me about it since yesterday. Then Zai gets cool and says, forget it, I'm leaving. And asks Lai Zebai, does anyone from the Gu family know that you have a daughter? Lai replies, of course. I have such a beautiful daughter thanks to Gu Chenggen. After all that, she says that this reminds me that I haven't found a house that meets the requirements yet. But the Villa Haunting Road that you bought for me is still available. The security there is good, so you can live there first. As long as you think it over and don't regret it, I'll update you as soon as possible. Then she says bye and goes. After that, Waijai says, Baba, do we have to move houses? I'm okay with living with Auntie. As long as I'm with Baba, I'm okay to go anywhere. After listening to her lie, Zebai lulls her cheeks and says her safety is the top priority. Then she thinks, if only someone would tell me this, then I don't think life would be so difficult. The next day at Huining Road Villa, they all were shifting their home. While entering into the gate, Waijai sees a swing, and she runs towards it and sits on it, and thinks that this feeling is nostalgic to me. In my past life when I lived in Guanadian, it was an autumn day like this. I was confined by the high walls of the palace. Fortunately, outside the palace walls was the north foot of Yanjing City. But when I stand on the swing, I can catch a glimpse of the outside world. After that, she thinks to decorate the swing and asks her brothers to dress the swing. The big brother replies that I'm helping father with keeping luggage inside. Let your second and third brothers play with you. The second brother replies, the weather is so hot, so we are not going to decorate it with you. So all the best and be careful while decorating the swing. Suddenly Lai Zebai comes and pulls his cheeks and asks him about when I have told him to help me with that luggage, and says all of them to play with their sister, and also says to be honest with Waijai to his second son. After that, the second brother gets angry with Waijai and says that I'm going to make money. You be better not tell that, or I will come and best you, and runs outside the villa. Then the first brother says to Waijai that don't mind him. I will you in decorating the swing. After listening to him, she replies, I'm thinking to make it yellow like autumn, by putting flowers and also writing on its wall. He asks her, how about you go and pick some yellow flowers and I go and get some yellow decorations? She replies yes and goes to get some yellow flowers. After that, they both come in front of the swing with the things they needed to decorate the swing. Then they together decorate the swing. Lai Zebai sees the decorated swing and goes there, and says it's too bright. He thinks, she may be my daughter and flesh and blood, but this aesthetic isn't inherited at all. Then Waijai goes towards him and asks him how is the swing looking. He replies very pretty. After that, she sees to help in writing on the wood of the swing. He asks what you want to write on that. She replies, let me show you, and writes on the wall that no one can mess with this swing. Meanwhile, Lai Zebai sees someone starting from outside the gate of the villa. He immediately says his big son to take his third brother and sister inside the house. After that, he goes towards the gate and asks the man, is there any problem? He replies, there was a boy who came from here and asked me if I needed protection, and he said that he collects monthly protection fees. So he was taken away by community security. After listening to him, Lai thinks that he is no one than Lai Yanfeng, and goes outside the villa to find out his second son Lai Yanfeng. Suddenly, the stranger's eye goes to the swing that Waijai had decorated. After looking at the swing, he thinks that could this be really be my Ajai? If not, then why are their names are same? And why does the swing look so similar? Even the writing and the swing is same. Who is that stranger? Does he know Waijai? To find out, do like, comment, and subscribe.